Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most emotionally charged World Link events so far, turning pain into drive. This event explores a what-if scenario, a world where Vivid Bad Squad never fully came together, where those shared dreams never became reality. So let's break it down. In this event, the members of Vivid Bad Squad visit the Sekai's plaza to check on the little sapling growing there. It's a small, peaceful moment, but suddenly something happens. The sapling reacts, and they're transported into a dream where they're walking on separate paths. That alone already sets the tone. This is a story about distance, about what happens when the bond that tied them together is never formed. The event title, Turning Pain into Drive, says everything. Pain, separation, loss, but also the potential for something powerful to grow from it. This event is part of the second round of World Link stories. The main concept for this round is, what if? What if the world we know was just a little different? What if the units we love never existed? The gacha title, Glance at the Same World, reinforces this idea. It's the same world, the same setting, the same city, but something crucial is missing. That shared spark that brought them together is gone. Looking at the card backgrounds, they're clearly in a foreign setting. The characters wear school uniform-inspired outfits. Clean, simple, almost too ordinary. This isn't their vibe, this isn't them as we know them. This is a version of reality where their extraordinary paths never crossed. Before we even get into each card, I want to talk about something really important. The vibe of these outfits and settings. Take a look at them carefully. Unlike a lot of past cards, these outfits are plain, but with a twist. They're modeled after standard school uniforms, clean lines, muted colors, nothing flashy or loud, no streetwear, no layered accessories, no wild patterns. Vivid Bad Squad as a group has always represented breaking away from the ordinary. They've done things other students wouldn't even imagine. They were street music performers chasing after a legend. They went overseas to America. They've stood on stages that weren't meant for high schoolers. They're aiming to conquer the world. Their lives are anything but regular. But in this world, their clothes are regular. Their surroundings are regular. Their paths are straight and narrow. It's almost unsettling because these are characters who, in the real timeline, refuse to just go with the norm. A world without their bond as a unit is a world where they never broke away from the ordinary. And that's the foundation of the whole gacha title. Glance at the same world. Yes, it's the same city, the same streets, the same school, but it's a version of that world where the extraordinary never happened. The spark that made them chase music together never lit up. At first glance, Toya's card is gentle, soft colors, a quiet walk home after school. But the emotion is not in bright gestures, it's in loneliness. His eyes have no light. He's watching birds, but not in joy. Birds in Toya's symbolism have always meant freedom. If we think back to Haven, in its 2D MV, there's that moment with the bird trapped in a cage. At first, the bird can't escape. It's stuck. But as the music builds, the cage slowly opens, and the bird spreads its wings, soaring into the open sky. That entire visual was symbolic of Toya's personal journey, being trapped by expectations and then finding freedom through VBS. But in this world, this false world, that bird never flew. The cage was never opened. Toya never found the people who would pull him out of that suffocating silence. Here, there's also 3 birds on a pedestal. They're probably meant to represent the other VBS members, potential companions that never taught him how to fly. The palette is cute and pastel, but underneath it is a chill of shadow. The card's warmth makes the emptiness sting deeper, because everything looks fine at first. The choice of Blender for his special cut is telling. Blender is a song built on connection. Its structure itself reflects the bond between the members of VBS. The harmonies, the overlapping vocals, the way each voice weaves into another. It's not random. It was crafted to express unity, the feeling of 4 people blending their sounds and emotions into one. Each harmony represents how their relationships strengthen one another, how their music only truly shines when they stand together. Toya's untrained card, lonely at a desk, foreign landscape outside the window, shows us his feelings. He's physically present in a classroom, but emotionally, somewhere else, he follows the safe classical path. But the thing he always wanted to be never arrived. The image of him gazing at birds becomes a small, quiet tragedy. He can see them flying, but he doesn't know how to join it. At first glance, he's just sitting in a classroom, pen in hand, scribbling music notes into a notebook. Simple, ordinary, yet everything about his posture, his expression, screams exhaustion. In the canon timeline, Akito is fire incarnate, a passionate, relentless force who chases Rad Weekend with single-minded intensity. His story is about igniting a flame so hot that it pushes himself and everyone around him to the next level. But here, that fire is gone. The intensity that defined him has been reduced to a flat, listless routine. He's making music, yes, but it's a mechanical act, a repetition of something he doesn't even feel. The chosen song for his special cut is Fuel, and that's perfect, because Fuel isn't just a song, it's a symbol. Fuel is about igniting a fire stronger than before, surpassing limits, and carrying your team to heights you can't reach alone. A blue flame burns hotter than a red flame. In this world, though, the fuel is never lit. He's chasing Rad Weekend alone, just like in middle school. There's nothing to ignite that inner fire or push him to surpass himself. The untrained card is even harsher emotionally. They both appear in the same frame, yet they sit in opposite directions. Strangers to each other. In canon, their connection, support, shared struggles was what made their performances explosive. Without that bond, Akito's journey is solitary, hollow, and unbearably quiet. The colors and shading reinforce this emptiness. Blues and muted tones dominate, evoking coldness and isolation, a world that has taken away the warmth of a team. His card is the tragedy of untapped potential. It's a man burning out before he even finds the flame. It's the ache of knowing exactly what you could become, but never having the people who make that possible. Forced to walk a straight, ordinary path in a world that should have been extraordinary. Kohane is on a balcony, the wind moving her hair, the world passing by, and she's not moved. Her story in VBS is all about discovery. The first time she heard music, everything shifted. She was the little seed that started the group's chain reaction. But here, the seed never sprouted. The breeze brushes her hair, but there's no thrill, no excitement. The chosen special cut is Realize. After getting completely outmatched by Taiga during the light up the fire incident, Vivid Bad Squad is left reeling. They wander through the city, talking to people, debating their next steps, and struggling with the grief of losing Nagi. It seems like they've hit a dead end. But even in the darkness, the virtual singers offer words of encouragement, reminding them why they started in the first place. They meet Taiga one last time at the airport. He's leaving, but they boldly declare that they haven't given up. The stakes are high. They're also in trouble for skipping school. Rumors of disbandment spread through the city, and the humiliation from Taiga's victory weighs heavily on them. In short, VBS is almost back at where they started, if not worse. They've lost allies, abandoned jobs, and trust has been shaken, especially for An, who is still recovering from being lied to by the people she cared about. Despite all this, VBS is ready to fight harder than ever. Their goal remains the same: surpass Rad Weekend. And with Ken actively helping train them, this marks the beginning of a serious training arc where every step forward will be hard-fought but meaningful. Her untrained card shows her in long hair and glasses. It's her version of herself that we've first seen, a shy girl, ordinary girl. The smile with tears in her eyes is the most emotional part. It's the face of someone who remembers the idea of happiness. She can almost taste the warmth of the life she had because of everything that happened to her, because she didn't give up back then, and so she smiles to keep from breaking. She's the only one who seems to have light, standing by the window, calm and almost content. She's bathed in city glow. But that glow is not honest. Anne's attachment to the idea of one day standing on the same stage with Nagi still gives her hope, which would be beautiful. If it weren't because of the lie, her special cut is City, a song about loving the city and everyone in it. In this alternate world, she still keeps dreaming, but she's dreaming of a stage framed by half-truths and illusions. She hasn't been hid by the truth of Rad Weekend. She's protected from the messy reality that shook the canonical Anne and made her wake up. So she remains in a soft, naive light that looks warm from a distance, but blinds her to what's reality. Her untrained card shows her in glassy eyes. The wetness right before the flood, the lighting, reminded me of her Light Up the Fire card. In both these cards, she comes to realize that she's lost someone important to her. Anne's card is a gentle, cruel naivety. It's the sadness of someone who still smiles, because she doesn't yet know what she's missing, and that ignorance itself is its own kind of loneliness. So, in the end, what do these cards show us? Each character's card captures the consequences of a life without each other, without connection, without the experiences that shaped them. It's a reminder of just how important bonds, passion, and unity are, and how the choices we make and the people we share our journey with define who we become. One wrong step, and it could have gone wrong in the past. Even in a world that seems ordinary or unfair, the story encourages us to push forward, to seek connection, and to turn pain into drive. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.